There's a cut on the bottom of her left foot. There's dirt in the area she was bleeding from. This means that... Yes, she was walking after she was injured. Even more, she was walking in dirt. It must have been very difficult for her to walk at all with this wound. This is an indication of having been shot with a gun. The bullet has completely passed through the body. The entrance GSW is where the bullet enters the body. Conversely, the exit GSW is where the bullet exits the body. Normally, the exit wound is larger than the entrance wound. Keeping that in mind, which one is this wound? If it's hard to tell, I could always just compare it to the wound on the opposite side. That's right. This one would be the exit GSW. It's a bullet wound. Does that mean Rosalia was shot? It looks as if the bullet passed all the way through her body. The entrance GSW is where the bullet enters the body. Conversely, the exit GSW is where the bullet exits the body. Normally, the exit wound is larger than the entrance wound. Keeping that in mind, which one is this wound? If it's hard to tell, I could always just compare it to the wound on the opposite side. That's right. This one would be the entrance GSW. Hypostasis is present in the corpse's back. If I send this in for analysis, we might figure out the position she was in when she died. This is severe. Something's gone completely through the right palm. I can see fine black particles around the wound as well. Judging by the general condition of the body, this wound is... Yes, this is a gunshot wound. But what could these black particles be? Still, someone shot at her hand? Why would that happen? So whatever injured her there created this as well. This hole, it matches the wound on Rosalia's chest. It's likely that this was caused by the same thing that created the wound. Could this blood have come from the chest wound? There's something odd about it, though. Yes. If it was hemorrhaging from the chest, it would only be coming from one area. If it's spattered around this much, it means there's another reason for this hemorrhaging. Little guy, could you analyze this hypostasis?
Yes, of course. Please send your data over to me.
All right. Please look at it right away.
Okay, I've got it. Let's see here. Well, the hypostasis matches the position Rosalia's body was in when she was discovered.
Hypostasis occurs when the blood flow throughout the body has stopped. The blood settles within the corpse, pooling in the areas closest to the ground. Thus, Rosalia's corpse was... How could I do that? do that? Yes. If the corpse had been moved, the hypostasis wouldn't match the position we discovered the body in. That place truly is where Rosalia drew her last breath.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima? I have a question.
Hopefully it's something I have an answer for. What is it?
Well, the blue flowers are only growing in that one particular area of the field. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Rosalia was found in the center of this area of blue flowers.
Well, isn't that too much to be coincidence?
I see. What you're trying to say is...
Yes. Doesn't that make more sense?
You may have a point. Hypostasis begins to appear roughly 30 minutes after death. It's possible that her corpse was moved here immediately after she died to create this situation.
If that's the case, why would her killer do such a thing to her?
We're just grasping at straws here. We'll need real evidence and facts in order to solve these mysteries. Hey, little guy, I need you to analyze this gunshot wound.
Yes, ma'am. A gunshot wound to the palm. I see. The bullet entered through the palm and exited through the back of the hand. It seems she was raising her hand towards the gun when it was fired.
Why would she put her hand up like that? A defensive wound is damage taken while trying to protect oneself from harm. She likely put her hands up as an instinctive reaction to having a gun pointed at her. Little guy, can you analyze these black particles?
Okay. This is gunshot residue.
Gunshot residue?
When a gun is fired, it launches more than the bullet. Particles of gunpowder are blasted out of the barrel by the force of the explosion as well. When those particles land on the target being shot at, it is known as gunshot residue.
I see. So, since it was on Rosalia, that means... Indeed. It would indicate that she was shot from very close range.